Welcome back, everybody. I'm down at the chicken houses today. We are selling 6 houses of chickens. Eric is over in the hay field, so today's kind of a divide and conquer. He's gone to cut hay while I'm handling the first part of the catch out. These chickens here are 35 days old. It's time for them to head on out. We've got a crew coming in later today, so throughout the day I'm gonna be going through and basically doing all of our catch out stuff. Catch out is where a crew comes in, catches all the birds, and takes them to the plant for processing. We pretty much started this process at about 8 a.m. this morning, and it should wrap up probably about 7 or 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's with 6 houses total. There's a whole process of turning off the feed, getting the feed lines up, later getting the water lines up, yada yada yada. So y'all come along. I'll be in the chicken houses and Eric's gonna be riding on the air conditioned tractor. So I closed up the incoming feed from the feed bins outside that you saw. Whatever's left in there will be picked up. It's not feed that we're gonna need. So first of all, I'm gonna get all the feed out of fill system into these hoppers, get it through all these feed lines. That'll get the last of the feed out of everything. Don't want any feed left behind. Then these chickens are gonna have about a 6-hour cleanup where they'll eat all the feed out of the pans. Once they're empty, I'll raise the pans up. That's all she wrote.
Hey guys, you know what time it is? It's my Super Bowl. It's my favorite time of year. Back in the hayfield, April 16th, 2023. It's been a busy day already. It's a Sunday actually. We don't usually like to cram all this work into Sundays, but sometimes you just have to. So we are actually selling chickens tonight. Ben is running that catch out. We picked up chickens this morning, and then as soon as we got done with that, I left and went and picked up some of our steers to get processed. Got those delivered, jumped in the truck, kissed the kids, got in the tractor. Now I'm cutting hay. The ryegrass is looking really good. This is one of our fields, about 45, 50 acres. Show you guys kind of what it's looking like. It's about maybe a week late on it, but it's really, there's not much you can do in April in the south because of all the rain. I know you guys hear me say that all the time, but you can't cut hay when it's raining. We are obviously going to wrap all this hay. Like I said, it's Sunday afternoon. We hope to be baling Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. We've actually got a couple of new pieces of equipment for you guys to see during this process. We'll probably break it into a couple of videos, 2 or 3. And we'll show you guys what we've got coming. We made a couple of investments here that it's crazy what things cost now in trying to justify this equipment and then pay for it back through cows and beef. So I guess that's the world we're in today, but that's for another time, another subject. But anyway, just want to show you guys what we're doing, let you see some of this hay. Looks really beautiful. This will be some good forage, good looking hay for the cows. Ryegrass has a lot of protein to it when it's done right. We're probably actually going to cut another 10 or 12 acres, maybe 15 besides this. So we'll have, I don't know, somewhere between 60 and 65 acres on the ground with another 40 to go on another field, but it'll have to be for the next clear spell because it's about 15 miles from here. Get spread out that far, it gets tough to get everything done. So Ben's stuck with the chickens and I'm riding, cutting hay. Definitely wouldn't swap with him right now. But we do appreciate what you've done for us. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
So I've got about an hour before I have to do the next part of the catch out, which is I've got some feed lines to raise up in one of the houses. Still have some more houses to cut off feed throughout the day. Everything's kind of staged based on what time they're catching them, and that's based on what time they'll be processing them. So I'm gonna hop on the tractor. Sold one house last night. I've got the crust buster hooked up. Gonna start doing some cleanup in the house where I have no birds and keep working. So I didn't show much of the crust buster running. We've actually done a full video on using that crust buster, so I'll include the link here if you're interested in seeing how it runs or anything like that. You can check out our other video. I've got to go get some feed lines up. These are the first feed lines out of all 6 houses, so basically I've been going through cutting feed off here and there, taking hoppers out. Now I'm starting to get raising feed lines in the rotation about every 2 to 2.5 hours. For the next several hours I'll be raising up feed lines. Still have 2 houses of feed to cut off up at Eric's farm, so just kind of shows you how things are staggered throughout the day. But I'll get these feed lines raised up. I'm going to try to get the windrower hooked up and go ahead and windrow the 2 houses that we have sold, my one house and Eric's one house. We're going to do some windrow in this flock. We've had real bad high mortality flock after flock, so our litter plan is crust buster, windrow everything, and then probably do some crusting. We'll see. We've got about 14-day downtime, which is pretty tight. Baby chickens could be coming back before we know it. But I'm about 2 minutes behind, so I'm gonna get in here and raise some feed lines up. Feed lines are up. So it's 2 p.m. right now. That was my feed up time. So there's a 6-hour withdrawal period. They're gonna start catching these birds about 8 p.m. tonight. The water lines, I'll leave them down until about 30 minutes before my catch time. Then I'll get those up out of the way. Basically, I'll be done with this house other than turning on some fans and getting it ready for the catchers. But beyond that, the catchers take care of everything.
Making it pretty good on the cutting, about 7 rows in. Daddy showed up, so we should knock this out in a hurry. Doesn't get much better than cutting pretty ryegrass. Finishing up the first afternoon, Daddy came in to help me, and we knocked it out pretty fast. Probably 25-30 acres cut this afternoon. So we're just trying to stage this stuff so that it's not all ready at one time. We've probably got another 15 or 20 acres here to go. So we'll come back tomorrow, cut the rest, cut another field, stay up late, get up early, wear ourselves out this week. Y'all come along with us. We're gonna have a lot of hayfield time, a lot of chicken time, having a lot of fun.
We're gonna have a good bit of hay to bale coming up this week. We're supposed to be pretty through possibly Friday. It's a little cool. We're gonna be wrapping it, so fingers crossed we'll have real good luck on this first hay cutting. chicken truck's here. I'm sure we'll have more videos throughout this week of our hay process. Definitely looking forward to not having chickens. It's 35 days of chickens. I know that's pretty short compared to some poultry growers, but checking them every night, checking them every morning, sometimes in the middle of the night, ready for a break. Moving along, got both houses rolled up. Still a few hours out from when the catchers are supposed to be here. They always say they give you a catch time, but then you never know if they're gonna be an hour early or 30 minutes early or 30 minutes late. They're usually not late, but sometimes it's closer to their actual time they give you. But 8 p.m. is when they're supposed to be here to start. The catchers have arrived. The water lines are all up. So the catchers will come in here and basically move the birds kind of over off of one wall. So they drive the forklift in and out down that wall, bringing the cages in and out. They have a crew of probably 6 or 8 guys that are going through catching and loading the cages. They'll probably catch about 30,000 birds in about 2 to 2.5 hours. I don't really know the catchers all that well, so I'm not going to film all that while they're here working, just because don't know if they want to be in the video or not. But they'll be getting all these birds caught. They'll be headed to the plant to be processed, coming to a table near you soon. Hopefully Eric made it out pretty well in the hayfield. I hadn't talked to him a whole lot. I know they got done cutting hay. Probably fluffing hay tomorrow. Sure we'll be extra tired having catch outs all night. But thank y'all for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hit that like, subscribe, do all the above, leave some comments. Most importantly, come back and watch the next one too.